Welcome. I'm Dr. Will Jackson, President and CEO of Erlanger Health System. In recent weeks, America has honored its healthcare heroes for their many sacrifices in fighting a war against a deadly virus. Today, we are here to remember and recognize another group of heroes. These are the men and women who died in service to our country, members of the military who are no longer with us. Many of you are honoring America's brave veterans at military cemeteries, praying for the fallen and for our nation. Others are proudly flying the American flag and holding virtual ceremonies like we are doing here at Erlanger. Today is the day we pause to reflect on the service and sacrifices of our nation's fallen heroes. There is no better time to remind ourselves to live in gratitude each and every day for the promises of the gift they have given us. And now I want to introduce Erlanger's Board Chair and Chattanooga-Hamilton County official historian, Linda Moss Mines, who will recount the history of this annual American tradition.
Hello, I'm Linda Moss Mines, and I'm honored to chair the Board of Trustees for Erlanger Health System. As we begin our preparation for the commemoration of Memorial Day, that day in which we honor our fallen warriors, it's important that we pause to reflect on their service, their sacrifice, and their commitment to the principles for which generations of American men and women have committed their lives, the concepts of liberty, equality, and justice. While we have often faltered in our fulfillment of the American dream for citizens among us, our warriors have never failed to stand toe on the line in the fight to defend our freedom. Many died in service to our nation. Others suffered the lingering effects of their service and found their lives shortened by the hardships of combat. On Monday, we paused to say thank you, and equally important, to share their stories with our family, friend, and neighbors. Many of us will visit the gravesite of a family member. For some of us, it will be the first Memorial Day without our beloved. For others of us, we'll cast back through the memories of every Memorial Day since our fallen warriors departed this realm. We honor our fathers and our mothers, our sons and daughters, our husbands and our wives, and often the grandparents who shaped our footsteps as we learn to live this American dream. We honor them by flying our flags, by displaying their photograph in a prominent place of honor in our homes, by posting a Memorial Day tribute, spotlighting their service to our nation, and when possible, by visiting their graves. Even as the COVID-19 pandemic has changed our lives, it will not limit the outpouring of love and reflection or our resolution to honor their memories. A walk through the Chattanooga National Cemetery, founded in 1863, or a visit to one of the many family cemeteries that dot the hills and the valleys of this region will give you a moment to pause and will remind you of those ideas for which each willingly served our nation. In similar ways, I have to remind you that you stand alongside our fallen warriors and our veterans. You choose to work on the front lines. You choose to stand between the scourge of illness and disease to fight for our patients' recoveries. You are dedicating your life to serving others, and in doing so, you're in a unique position to understand what motivated those that we honor on Memorial Day. So let me ask you for one more favor. Join me next Monday in paying tribute to those whom we owe a debt that can never be adequately repaid, other than living our own lives in service to our community and our nation. While Memorial Day is never a happy day, it is a day of true thanksgiving. May we always stand in courage as we care for our neighbors. May we always remember those who stood in harm's way for our rights and responsibilities. I honor you for your service. Join me in honoring each of them for their service. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jackson and Linda, for your heartfelt comments and for your leadership in our community during a time when real leadership is so desperately needed. In closing, I suggest that Memorial Day is a good time for us to take a deep breath and remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. And I suggest that the effort they made and the lives they gave are worthy of being remembered with respect. It's important for you to sit with your children and tell them about the exploits of their forebears and that those stories are worth being told and retold. Tell them about the hardships that were experienced. Tell them about the letters they mailed. Tell them about the way they showed love through sacrifice and the spilling of blood. Remind your friends and your relatives about those same stories. And let's be thankful for the freedom we have to complain, to protest, and write our thoughts and feelings on Facebook and Twitter and wherever. But let's remember that we enjoy freedom because people gave their lives before us over and over and paid that price. May God bless you and yours, and may God bless America and the world. And my prayer is that we're able to gather together in person again real soon.